The following quote is from Stop the World, the autobiography of Winnie Ewing. This text is from Chapter 14. The Scottish Parliament is hereby reconvened.
I had promised Robert McIntyre years earlier that if I ever got the chance to be in a Scottish Parliament I would draw attention to the fact that it was never abolished, but only adjourned, and now I had the chance to honor that commitment. I shall now quote my speech on that May morning in Edinburgh almost in full, because I think it is probably the most important and historic speech I have ever made. I have the opportunity now to make a short speech, and I want to begin with the words that I have always wanted either to say or to hear someone else to say. The Scottish Parliament, which adjourned on the 25th of March, 1707, is hereby reconvened. I could not say those words until all members had been sworn and the Parliament really had been convened. This is an historic day and, after a long time in politics, I am aware that we owe a debt to many who are not here and who did not live to see the promised land. I would like to mention a few people from across the parties: Arthur Donaldson, Robert McIntyre, Alec Buchanan Smith, Johnny Bannerman, Emrys Hughes, John McIntosh and John Smith. Today is the 5th anniversary of his death. I would also like to mention my colleague Alan McCartney, who so nearly lived to see the day. There are many others, but I have been able to mention only the people who have been my friends. Many people are named in the history books, many are not, but all of them have made this moment in history possible. I give my thanks to every one of them. As everyone knows, I have been a member of 2 parliaments. I spent 8 years in the House of Commons and I have spent 23 in the European Parliament, which does not sound so long if it is said quickly. Until July, I will be the mother of the European Parliament. I hasten to add that I am not the oldest member of that parliament, although I am the oldest one here, which is very disconcerting. I think they must have made a mistake on my birth certificate. I have several practical and sincere hopes for the Parliament. The first is that we try to follow the more consensual style of the European Parliament and say goodbye to the badgering and backbiting that one associates with Westminster. Secondly, in the House of Commons, I found there was a speaker's tradition of being fair to minorities. I am an expert in being a minority. I was alone in the House of Commons for 3 years and alone in the European Parliament for 19, but we are all minorities now, and I hope that the presiding officer, whoever that may be, will be fair to each and every one of us. My next hope is that this Parliament, by its mere existence, will create better relations with England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and I believe that wish to be in the hearts of the peoples of all those countries. My last hope is that everyone who was born in Scotland, some of whom, like me, could not help it, and everyone who chose Scotland as their country, will live in harmony together, enjoying our cultures but remaining loyal to their own. The speech got tremendous applause throughout, particularly when I formally reconvened our gathering after 292 years, and although commentator Ian McWhirter described me as one of the greatest actors of Scottish politics, I have been called worse. Ruth Wishart put it better, perhaps, when she wrote of my speech: if she never says another word she has said enough.